You think that the Bucs should be on upset alert?
I like the way you guys worded that. So, yeah, obviously, I'm not betting on the Eagles, but I do think that the way
there's a chance.
Try to get me, RCA, try to get me. I do think that the way that the Eagles play could present a problem for everyone, frankly. It's similar to how the 49ers play in that they have an aggressive rushing attack. They have an outstanding offensive line. And that's going to shorten the game. And given the fact that the Bucs have a lot of injuries on defense across their defensive line and in their linebackers, and frankly in their secondary, a lot of injuries all over that team, I think they could be susceptible to those type of issues. And if the Eagles are able to put together a couple early scoring drives, forcing the Bucs to become more one-dimensional, I think that they can shorten the game, the number of possessions, and be in position to pull off an upset. But I do have a hard time thinking about Tom Brady versus Jalen Hurts with the game on the line at the end. And I hope Jalen Hurts don't take this as no disrespect. He's had a good season. This is not meant as disrespect. But frankly, there ain't but maybe two quarterbacks in the league that I would say against Tom Brady in the clutch I feel comfortable about. So if their game plan, they run it to a T, they don't make any mistakes, they're able to shorten the game, I do think the Eagles are going to be able to give the Bucs a better game than we anticipate.
I think the game could be tough, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not on upset alert. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were rolling last year coming into the playoffs. It's a little different than what they were, but they're talking about getting Levante David back. I think having Leonard Fournette back is huge, what he could do both the pass game and the run game. And I do love the rushing attack of the Philadelphia Eagles. Once Nick Sirianni finally realized who they were, that's kind of when Jalen Hurts and this offense were able to take off a little bit because they had an identity. And that can shorten the game. But when you get into the playoffs, it's about stars. It's about players being able to go out and make plays. It's about the Rob Gronkowskis. It's about the Tom Bradys, the Leonard Fournettes, the Mike Evans. And you think about what this defense did last year, what they turned into. Shaq Barrett is coming off of COVID protocols. Levante David is coming off of the IR. These were dudes that were sideline to sidelines and absolute menaces. This is also when we saw Devin White step up last year and become one of the better linebackers in the NFL. And I think we'll start to see some of that championship pedigree come out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I know the Philadelphia Eagles are a team that has fought and scraped and fight and gotten their way into the playoffs. They're also 0-6 against teams that'll be playing going forward in January. They're not a team that has beaten good football teams. They're not a team that has pressured the tops in the NFL. And I think we'll see some of that stuff come out this weekend. Can the Philadelphia Eagles be better in the future? Absolutely. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not on upset alert. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are working on things they need to work on this week for the next week of the playoffs, which they plan to be playing in.
So basically it's just another day of practice, you're saying?
Don't you do that, Charlie? Charlie, don't you do that?
You said it. I just clarified.
Charlie, do not clarify it. You put words into my mouth. That is not what I said. What I said was they are going to be working on some things this week that they know they'll need next week because they will win the game and be playing. It's not practice. It's not a bye week. This is important.
All right.
You my dog, RC. I'm always on your side. However, working on things this week for next week sound like practice to me.
Thank you.
To me, that's not playing games. They out here, they testing.
No, dog.
They experimenting.
Dog, this is not. No, man, this is not rehearsal. It is not a rehearsal. It's a real game. I'm just saying that they're going to win, right? And so the things that they're going to do this week, they're going to take to the next week. And the things that Philadelphia do this week, they're just going to have to take the next year. God,
I agree with you. I agree with you in the fact that this feels like a bowl game for the Eagles. Like, this is the reward you got to the game.
You might have just given Jalen Hurts a whole lot of ammo. Jalen, if you're listening, maybe you got a little more motivation to go in there and make some things happen in Tampa Bay.
I hate to burst your bubble, Charlie, but that ain't going to help. RC talking trash on First Take. That is not going to block Vita Vea. That is not going to sack Tom Brady.
No, it's not.
That's not going to get him no points. It's not going to do none of that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.